Namaskar. I am Geeta Balsara and a content writer by profession and a music connoisseur by passion. It's very interesting today that I am in conversation with Debopriya, who I have seen in pigtails and in school uniform. Yes, she was a very young, charming girl who has now transformed into a beautiful lady, a beautiful young lady, and musically doing some awesome music for all of us. So, welcome, Debopriya
Thank
and Anutosh ji, and a very happy new year to both of you.
Wish you the same.
तो फिर इजाजत के साथ हम आज शुरू करें.
Please.
Let's start from the very beginning.
Yes, please.
Please tell us about how your musical journey began.
I think I would say that I am blessed to be born in a family of musicians. So ever since I can think back or remember back, I can only think of my parents practicing at home and गाने बजाने का माहौल घर पे हमेशा ही रहा है and हम लोग वही सब सुनते हुए बड़े हुए हैं और उसके बाद कुछ ऐसा संजोग हुआ कि हमारे पिताजी की इच्छा थी कि हम लोग बांसुरी बजाएं and somehow the story just continues and we started playing the flute.
And your very first teacher was Pandit Bholanath Prasanna ji.
Ji.
So tell us when you started learning.
Yeah, we are born in Allahabad. So Pandit Bholanath ji was based in Allahabad and when Papa thought that me and my sister we should play the flute, तो ऑब्वियसली वो पंडित भोला गुरुजी के पास गए और उन्होंने उनको बोला कि मैं चाहता हूँ कि मेरी बेटियाँ बांसुरी सीखें. टू विच ही वॉज वेरी प्लेजेंटली सरप्राइज्ड आई वुड से एंड वेरी वेरी सपोर्टिव. आई मीन जब हम लोग ने जिस टाइम पे बांसुरी सीखना या बजाना शुरू किया था गीता दी उस टाइम पे एक्चुअली देयर वर नो विमेन और नो गर्ल्स प्लेइंग दिस इंस्ट्रूमेंट. सो इट वाज क्वाइट यूनिक थिंग विच दो ऑनेस्टली हमने उस टाइम पे रियलाइज शायद नहीं किया था दैट वी वर अबाउट टू डू समथिंग विच वॉज वेरी अनयूजुअल but that we realized later. But at that point of time, Bhola Guruji he never raised an eyebrow to it, and he was rather very very positive and very happy. And जिस दिन भी पापा ने उनसे बात की, the very next day, early morning, he came to our home. And with two small flutes for me and my sister.
How sweet.
Yeah, and he just woke us up कि बच्चियाँ उठो और चलो अभी हम लोग बांसुरी बजाएंगे, मुझे आपको सिखाना है, आपको बजाना है and stuff like that. And he really gave us so much love and affection. Though we couldn't learn under him for a very very long time because our family shifted to Mumbai very soon. But definitely the starting was with him and his blessings.
क्या बात है. You know, when she talks about her sister is another fantastic flute player, Suchasmita Chatterjee. And both of them together create some magical music. So you said that you moved to Mumbai. And so tell us, when did you meet Pandit Hari Prasad Chaurasia ji, Guruji?
Guruji. I think that was around 91, 92. And because we were still schooling, we were very young. And
I remember that.
Yeah. So it was at that time our family shifted to Mumbai, and of course, I mean there was no second thought about who to go to for us to learn the bansuri. So obviously, as I mentioned that we were from Allahabad, and you of course know Guruji is from Allahabad. So they had their old connections from Allahabad. So obviously Papa took us to Guruji. And the same thing again, मतलब गुरुजी ने भी कभी ये सवाल नहीं किया कि लड़कियाँ क्यों या कैसे बजाएंगी. Even he was so kind and he just like took us under his wings. And yeah, ever since then it has been a wonderful, wonderful journey and we just feel so blessed.
Awesome. Now, you came to Guruji, you started learning from him. So obviously you had to spend a lot of time in riyaz. So please tell us, how did you manage to strike a balance between formal education as well as your musical riyaz?
आप
And
हमारी
you were very
सारी
young.
पोल खोल दोगे. Because of course, when we started, we were very young, and of course our education was the priority at that point, and we were schooling, so obviously we couldn't manage to go to the class every day, and for that matter, at that point Guruji himself was so busy, matlab he was at the top of his
yes.
career, and he would be traveling practically every day. तो मतलब वो शायद महीने में एक बार क्लास होता था या महीने में 2 बार क्लास होता था. तो our mama used to actually bribe us. So she would practically bribe us कि class चलना है, and she would say that after the class I'll treat you out in a restaurant or treat you with an ice cream or whatever. So those were the days. तब कहने का मतलब कि obviously रियाज में हम लोग का खुद का इतना ध्यान नहीं था. But again, I think the credit of that totally goes to Guruji, that we didn't really realize that how did that change happen, or when was that transformation, that we of course finished our education, we finished our 12th and graduation and everything, and we don't think we can really pinpoint ki when was it that we decided that this was it, you know,
This
that
is what you were going to take up professionally.
take up as a profession. And at a point we did go to Holland. So I think there was the time when like music was the priority.
Yes, I remember you going to Rotterdam World Music Conservatory, and but I understand you learned Western classical music there.
Yeah, that was also Guruji's idea, because उनका ये मानना था और उनका ये कहना है that it's always nice to have an idea about all kinds of music and to have a holistic approach towards music also. So I think that was something which he used to feel that he had missed out in his though I would say that definitely not by his music. I mean, he has done things much ahead of time. I mean, when we listen to his old albums, I mean, there's no miss at all. But anyways, he wanted us to also
have that
an exposure and an idea of Western music. And at that point, he was the artistic director at the
Rotterdam
conservatory.
Yes.
So we stayed there for about 4 years and studied there.
4 years you were there.
Yes.
Wow. And I understand you were given a new FIC scholarship by the Indian Embassy in Holland.
Yes.
So could you tell us about that scholarship?
Yes, that was quite a prestigious award, prestigious scholarship which was given to us, and I would say that helped us obviously pay our school fees, our conservatory fee, and take care of our expenses, because obviously we had our parents' support, but you know how it is in those countries, you know, like you do have to work hard to earn your pocket money. So even me and Didi used to do that. We used to do small jobs here and there, so which was also fun and a lot of learning, of course. But once we got the scholarship, we were like taken care of.
You were comfortable.
We were very
Comfortable. Yes. You and your sister have both done graduation in vocal and flute.
Yes.
From the Prayag Sangeet Samiti.
Yes, Prayag Sangeet Samiti. So we have done our Praveen and Prabhakar, which is as good as the Bachelors of Music or the Masters of Music.
So both of you are masters in music. Fantastic. I mean, what a... And I understand today you are also a graded artist with Akashvani and All India Radio.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah, that was also something, of course, which our parents and Guruji, I think our parents and our Guruji have been our guidelines with obviously everything that we have done in life. And yeah, these are the things. मतलब जब हमको बोला जाता था कि ये कर लो, वो कर लो, ये ज़रूरी है, वो ज़रूरी है, तो हम लोग को obviously लगता था कि क्या होने वाला है इन सब चीज़ों से, you know. But today when we look back, because I think आज की तारीख में भी हमारे देश में music qualification as such, if you go to see, if you ask a musician that what is your musical qualification, not many people have certificates to show or things to say. But now when we look back, all this adds to our music qualification like in paper.
Yes, absolutely.
You know?
It adds weight to the whole thing.
Yes, that definitely.
Absolutely.
Though it's a practical art, no doubt about that. but these things always come handy, you know.
You are also an empaneled artist with the ICCR.
ICCR.
Yeah, so
ICCR, yes, of course, that's also a government recognized organization, and
it's a very prestigious
very
thing to
prestigious
be
one, yes.
an artist with the
Yes.
ICCR.
Yeah.
So now, do you want to tell me about, you know, today you've been performing for how many years now? Quite a number of years.
Yeah, I mean, at least
20 years?
2 decades, yeah.
2 decades? Awesome. And you have been performing both in India and abroad. So, do you have any memories with any of your concerts? Something that you'd like to share with us? That
Yeah, I think the main difference between the Indian audience and the foreign audience is that for them वो लोग हमारे म्यूज़िक को मतलब उनके लिए इंडियन म्यूज़िक इज़ वेरी डिवाइन. It's very divine. So when they come for an Indian concert, classical concert, they would actually sit with their eyes closed in a meditative mood, in a meditative position, and they literally enjoy the alap section, the long notes, and the ease, and they literally find so much peace in that. And I think also what Indian musicians are used to a little bit of claps and daad dena and all that
Yes.
stuff, which they don't do, because as per their culture of listening, like even for Western classical music, there's pin drop silence throughout the concert, throughout the concert. Only at the end, at एकदम मतलब literally end में everybody claps. And if they continue to clap, like even when the artist is gone, and if they continue to clap, the artist comes back again,
and
they
takes a
bow
bow.
down or whatever. So that's the culture. So, which is quite different than the Indian culture. Indian culture is like, wow, wow, kya baat hai, and all that kind of encouragement which goes on, you know. So the Western audience doesn't do that. So both, okay, but if you know, then you know that, okay, fine, they are not maybe clapping, but still enjoying.
exactly. So, speaking of concerts, can we please request you to play something for
Sure,
us
sure,
along with
sure.
Anutosh ji?
Sure.
कुछ हम भी आज ऑडियंस बन के सुनेंगे आपको. Thank you. That was absolutely awesome and अनुतोष जी बहुत बढ़िया. थैंक यू मुझे सच में ये लॉकडाउन के बाद ऐसे लगा कि मैं कॉन्सर्ट में बैठी हूँ. सो थैंक्स टू बोथ ऑफ यू. बहुत सुंदर, बहुत ही सुंदर. So, Debopriya, tell me, you've been performing now for so many years, both in India and abroad. Do you have any memories, any specific memories, either with in a concert with Guruji or your solo?
Yeah, of course. I think The best, or I would say the most genuine appreciation comes from kids, you know. So though we are in a time, in a phase where we are struggling कि हमारे बच्चे Indian classical music सीखते नहीं, सुनते नहीं, etc., etc. But still one experience that I can think back on, that it was one of our Spick McKay concerts that we were doing, me and my sister. So Spick McKay concerts are usually an interactive session. After the concert we have an interactive session.
the
So हम
schools,
लोग ने
right?
schools, colleges, yes. तो हम लोग ने बच्चों से पूछा कि आप में से किसी को अगर कोई सवाल पूछना हो तो प्लीज़ आप लोग आगे आइए. So usually the children are a little skeptical, you know, they don't want to really come up on the stage and ask. Once they start, then it's difficult to stop them, but usually they wouldn't want to come. So I think he was a second grade student, or मतलब एकदम छोटा सा बच्चा, and एकदम लास्ट में वो कहीं था बेचारा. So he raised his hand and he said that मुझे कुछ कहना है. So everybody as usual they started bullying him बेचारे को, you know, कि क्या बेचारा. But फिर भी that little boy, he literally walked the entire aisle and he came up to the stage. And like usually on the stage we sit with the tabla player, me, and Didi sits next to me. So छोटू सा बच्चा था, and he literally came so close to Didi and he said कि आंटी मुझे ना आप लोगों का बजाना बहुत अच्छा लगा, बहुत अच्छा लगा. And we just didn't know how to react to that, you know, because it was so genuine.
How sweet.
It was so genuine, and we felt so touched rather, you know, कि ठीक है. I mean, our purpose तो was definitely solved, you know, कि मतलब out of those many students अगर एक को भी ये हमारा म्यूज़िक अच्छा लगा और वो म्यूज़िक उसको somehow, somewhere it touched him.
Yes.
So that was really very nice. And then we asked him कि आप वापस classical music concert सुनने जाओगे? हाँ आंटी मैं ज़रूर जाऊँगा. And for him it really didn't matter whether this was pure classical music or whether this was, he just loved it, and he could feel the connect and he could express himself, you know, that auntie मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगा. So that I think was quite a touchy, emotional moment for us.
Just goes to show that, you know, we have to inculcate the love for music,
Yes.
especially Indian classical music,
Yes,
at
yes.
very tender ages.
Yes, yes,
And Spick
yes.
McKay, of course, is doing an awesome
Yes,
work
yes.
in that
हम लोग के
field.
प्रोग्राम के टाइम पे बहुत सारे बच्चे सो जाते हैं, you know, but then that also says that somewhere or the other it just calms them down, right? And that is what we need आज की तारीख में, इस भाग दौड़ की जिंदगी में, इस टेंशन में, you know, you need something which calms you down. And if this does that job, then why not?
Absolutely. And the power of Indian classical music is something unparalleled. That was something from your concert. Now tell me, when you accompany Panditji, when you accompany Guruji, what are the emotions that run through you? Or how was it when you started accompanying him? Let's talk about that.
Yeah, that has also that has been a journey, because एकदम शुरू में तो गीता दी, as you know, I mean, I also would accompany Guruji only on Tanpura, you know, I would just travel with him.
Yes.
So even to just sit with him on stage was a learning.
Yes.
You know, because उस टाइम पे तानपुरा बजाते वक्त भी हमको इतनी नींद आती थी. And those days the concerts used to be very long.
Very long.
Like a minimum of 2 hours, 2 hours 15 minutes, 2.5 hours, 2-2.5 घंटे. आजकल तो जैसे concert का मतलब the usual duration is about 1 hour 10 minutes, 1 hour 15 minutes is max. But उस टाइम पे तो उतने देर में warm up होता था, you know, and तो खैर anyways that was a learning in itself which we realize now. And then उसके बाद जब गुरुजी ने मुझे बोला कि अब आप बांसुरी लेके बैठो, तो in the practical sense मैं बांसुरी लेके बैठी ही रहती थी. Because you would hardly get a chance to play anything, and even if you get a chance to play anything, to match up with his thought, or to match up with his speed, or to match up with what's going on in his head was just impossible.
Yes.
It's just not possible.
Absolutely.
But मेरा एक पर्पस होता था, या कि अभी भी मैं ये सोचती हूँ कि अगर मैं गुरुजी के साथ बैठती भी हूँ तो मैं उनके थॉट को डिस्टर्ब ना करूँ, you know, because it doesn't matter what that shouldn't get hampered in any way. True. So of course उस चक्कर में मैं काफ़ी chances निकल भी जाते हैं when he actually wants me to play and he looks at me and I'm still in his awe, you know, looking at him and listening at him.
True.
But of course, I mean, I have gathered a lot of experience. And I also believe कि जो घर पे बैठ के रियाज होता है और जो स्टेज पे होता है, दे आर entirely two different things. बिकॉज घर पे बैठ के आप कितना भी रियाज कर लीजिए, कितना भी घिस लीजिए, मांझ लीजिए, जो भी है, पर वो स्टेज पे जाके उसका हार्डली 50-60% ही डिलीवर हो पाता है. बिकॉज एंड एवरी कॉन्सर्ट, एवरी परफॉर्मेंस इज़ डिफरेंट. यू कैन नेवर गो प्रिपेयर्ड. यू नो कि मेरा पहले कॉन्सर्ट में मेरा ये एक्सपीरियंस था, तो आज आई विल सी टू इट कि वो एक्सपीरियंस आज काम आए. यू विल कम अप विद अ डिफरेंट चैलेंज.
क्या बात है.
So that's totally, you can never be prepared for stage. And of course, who could know this better than Guruji, you know? So True. Now when we look back, हमको लगता है कि गुरुजी ने, मतलब गुरुजी जो हम लोग को स्टेज पे लेके बैठते हैं, he absolutely doesn't need us. It's our need. I mean, it's an exposure to us. It's an experience. It's a learning for us. Exactly. You know, how to face how to be on stage, how to deal with the sound, how to deal with the audience, how to deal with the mood. You know, because there's so much. मैंने आज तक गुरुजी को कभी टेम्पर लूज करते नहीं देखा है. मतलब हम लोग का, इफ़ वी गो बाय आवर इंडियन स्टैंडर्ड टाइम, सो ऑब्वियसली अगर 7 बजे का प्रोग्राम है तो वेरी रेयरली इट वुड स्टार्ट एट 7. सो जब हम लोग कभी बैक स्टेज पे बैठे भी होते हैं एंड समझिए 7:30 हो गया, 8 हो गया, 8:15 हो गया, तो वी ऑल स्टार्ट गेटिंग अ लिटिल इम्पेशेंट, यू नो, कि गुरुजी कितना टाइम. गुरुजी को कुछ फ़र्क नहीं पड़ता. Amazing. वो अपना बैठ के बजाते रहेंगे एंड बोलेंगे मुंह में पान लेके कि होता है, इट्स ओके. अच्छा, हम लोग का बजाने का टाइम कम होता जा रहा है. That's just a positive look to it, you know, कि why crib about whatever, and don't spoil your mental setup. Yes. So just let it go. जो हो रहा है अच्छे के लिए हो रहा है. जब आपको स्टेज पे जाने का मौका मिले, go give your best. And another thing which is so valuable, I feel, गुरुजी बोलते हैं कि treat every concert of yours as the first and last.
क्या बात है.
That is so valuable.
Such profound words.
Yes, that every concert treat it as your first and last. That'll help you give your best, obviously.
So beautiful.
Yeah. So yeah, it's been a wonderful journey. We're just so blessed.
Absolutely. Yes, I completely understand, because by God's grace, you know, I've had the privilege of accompanying Guruji on the Tanpura for 16 years. And I'm not even a student of music, but you know, just sitting there, you are totally in awe, and you're so mesmerized by his music. It's a lifetime's experience, each concert.
Every time.
It's really beautiful. You spoke about riyaz, okay? कि आप जितना भी रियाज कर लो, you go on the stage, you don't know what to expect, right? Yeah. In today's times, I have noticed that social media has taken over everything. Everybody's life is controlled by social media. I also noticed that a lot of young musicians have started putting up their riyaz recordings on social media. What do you say to that? I mean, I thought riyaz is a very private experience, right? So I was just thinking that because whenever Guruji does his riyaz, he's enclosed in his room. Nobody, you know, so...
I actually, I totally agree with you. और मैंने किसी का एक पोस्ट पढ़ा भी था on Facebook saying the same thing, you know, because हम लोग वो रियाज सेशंस पोस्ट करते हैं and then we say कि please गलतियों के लिए माफ़ी. So, but then obviously a रियाज is meant to rectify your गलती, right? So आप गलती करोगे and that's what it is meant for, कि भाई आप गलतियाँ करो और वो गलतियों को सुधारो. That's what the riyaz is meant to be.
Correct.
So then either you don't put it up or you don't apologize for it.
So true.
So yeah, but
what's your take on this social media having taken over everybody's life, especially in the music field?
Yeah, I think everything has its pros and cons, of course. So why just social media? I would say in general technology को भी अगर हम लोग अच्छे से यूज़ करें. For that matter, I mean आज की तारीख में अगर हम अपना रियाज अगर खुद रिकॉर्ड करके सुने, So just imagine.
Absolutely.
I mean, जब गुरुजी रियाज करते थे, you must have seen that picture of his ना, जहाँ गुरु माँ बैठ के तानपुरा बजा रही हैं.
Yes.
Now we have this electronic tanpura, we
Yes.
have electronic tablas. Of course, I mean, electronic tabla cannot replace
A live,
real live
yes.
tabla, but रियाज के लिए तो ठीक है ना. At least you know कि ताली खाली कहाँ जा रहा है, क्या स्पीड जा रहा है, क्या हो रहा है, क्या नहीं हो रहा है. So that's technology. So that's a huge benefit for all us musicians. And as far as social media is concerned, I think I come across amazing talent. Amazing talent. मतलब कुछ दिनों पहले भी मैंने एक young लड़की का गज़ल सुना, and I was like so happy listening to her. And whenever I come across things like this, मैं आके गुरुजी को भी सुनाती हूँ कि गुरुजी आप ये सुनिए, आप वो सुनिए. So now, to an extent, the positive side of social media is that if you are really good, you don't really need to depend on big names, big albums, big companies, I mean, to release your albums or to release your songs or whatever. You can reach to some audience through social media.
क्या बात है. So you actually can create your own audience.
You can create your own audience, and if you're good, you will definitely go a long way. Because audience बेवकूफ़ नहीं है actually if you go to see.
Absolutely.
So ठीक है. At times अगर some undeserving people also get an attention, but even that is very short-lived. ठीक है, fine. But those who have the potential, they definitely go a long way. And yeah, you come across immense talent, because आजकल the young generation is so talented.
Yeah, very
And
true.
they are fast with everything. So even their learning is much faster. I mean, whether it be classical music or any other kind of music, they are so fast.
They
They're so
absorb it
fast.
very,
Yes, they are so fast. They're so focused. I mean,
That's
as I
interesting.
said, you know, that हम लोग जब 10th 12th में थे, our mama used to bribe us.
Yeah.
You know, but now when I look at these teenagers or the early 20s, we were so lost. We didn't know what we wanted to do in life. But now these young girls, boys, they exactly know what they want to do.
Yeah, they're very
They know
focused.
how, they're very focused. So which is a nice thing.
Yeah. See, you spoke about, creating your own audience, putting out a track or something. You have quite a few recordings, albums to your credit. Yeah. So, any favorites amongst your, what kind of music? Have they all been pure classical, or have you tried doing different genres also?
The albums that we have, the albums which are there out in the market, they are pure classical. And the very first album which came in the market was of me and Didi along with Guruji,
Kya baat
which was released by Sense World Music, which was a London-based company. So, but of course, later on we have tried out other things. But again, आजकल वापस वही CDs का तो ज़माना ही नहीं रहा. मतलब now it's all in pen drive.
Everything,
or
yes.
or everything is rather on YouTube and other such platforms, whether it be Amazon Music or Apple Music or whatever, iTunes. So उन सब पे है. अभी तो we are gradually not even having the physical CDs anymore. So we have tried a few other things, but though they are not in the form of CDs, but there are few things on YouTube and stuff like that.
I know that you and your sister Suchismita ji have brought out a beautiful platform to showcase your father's music. Would you like to tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, definitely. That's a project which is very close to our heart because जैसा कि हमने कहा कि हम बचपन से ही पापा की बंदिशें सुनते हुए बड़े हुए हैं. एंड मतलब अनजाने में हम लोग वो बंदिशें सुनते रहते थे, सीखते रहते थे, गाते थे. ऑफ कोर्स बाद में देयर वाज अ पॉइंट जबकि हम लोग गाना भी फुल फ्लेजेड सीखते थे, बांसुरी सीखते थे और कत्थक भी सीखते थे.
क्या बात है.
या
ओह वाओ. ओके.
बट समहाउ बाद में दोनों कत्थक और वोकल थोड़ा साइडलाइन हो गया एंड बांसुरी रह गई. But yes, singing has always been there with us, and I think even more than me, Didi is very passionate about singing. So we thought that why not? And yeah, even Papa, for that matter, has been awarded the Sangeet Natak Akademi Award for writing more than 2,000 bandishes.
क्या बात है.
So we thought that क्यों इन सब बंदिशों को हम लोग किताबों में सीमित ना रख के why don't we bring it to people? And again, the social media came handy. So
Awesome.
So we have this project called the Bandish Hub, and उसमें हम लोग पापा की जो भी बंदिशें हैं, and it's like open to all, जिसको भी गाना हो या बजाना हो या whatever, please feel free to sing or play or use them wherever you want.
Yes.
Basically just to spread the music.
Yes, I've heard some of them, and they're so beautiful and by different artists.
Yeah,
You're
thank
not restricting just
Yes.
to the.
No,
I mean,
no,
it's not just a
our-
home production. It
No,
goes
no, not
beyond
at all.
that.
Not at all.
Yes.
It's much beyond that, and we have been I mean, all our musician friends have been so kind to us that they all have contributed. So that's
Yes,
really
and
nice.
tell us something about your mother. Krishnaji is herself a singer, and
Yeah.
she still teaches.
She
She
still
has
teaches.
students.
Yes.
So her influence has been tremendous on both of you, I'm sure.
Of course. I mean, Mama is like hamari family ka, I would say she's the backbone. I think all mothers are.
Woman power.
Women power. But you know what, Geeta Di, the sad thing is, like, जब हम लोग छोटे होते हैं, you don't realize what your parents are doing for you. You know, so we never realized what our mama's potential was, you know, and what she could do. But we were happy to have her at home. Like, especially me, I think I was always happy कि school से वापस आओ तो मम्मा घर पे होनी चाहिए, you know. But in that bargain, of course, she gave up her career and her profession. So, which we realize now, and by the time we realize, it's too late. So, but of course, she still is, मतलब वो हम लोग रियाज करें ना करें, मम्मा आज की तारीख में भी सुबह 4:30-5 बजे उठ के रियाज करती हैं.
क्या बात
और
है.
oh yes, and she has many students.
Yes.
So she is still pursuing her passion, I would say, not a profession maybe, but yes.
When was your first international concert and where was it?
International concert, I think, was जब हम लोग हॉलैंड में थे. So obviously we performed there, and so it was way back in, I don't know, 96.
That's okay. It's okay. That's okay. Yeah, I know you started very young and you continue being very young. So would you like to play something else for us?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, क्या बजाएंगी आप हमारे लिए?
I think थोड़ा ठुमरी.
क्या बात है, हो जाए.
पीलू.
Thank you. was absolutely awesome. Thank you so much. I have a question to ask you as a woman. How do you manage to strike a balance between being a professional and the home front?
Yes, of
Especially because you
course.
also travel so much, right?
Yes, of course. I think as I mentioned earlier, that when we started playing the flute, तब हमने शायद realize नहीं किया था कि how different were we doing. Of course, that is like playing the flute. But doesn't matter whether we were playing the flute or whether we were a singer or whatever. But I think we women are very good in multitasking. So I think it needs a little planning. And of course, you need your family support. You do need your family support. So I think I've been very lucky, and my family totally supports me, whether it be my husband or my mother-in-law, and to the extent my son. So they all are very kind, and they do think, especially my son, ki theek hai, mama has her profession, and if she is blessed with something, then she needs to pursue that. So, of course, he's very matured, but I miss him a lot and I feel very guilty at times. But I think with the support of them, it's possible. And yes, of course, some planning.
And you have your own sister also, as you're both known as the Flute Sisters. So I think it's nice, at least you have a family member with you all the time.
Oh, yes, it's such a blessing, and I'm actually half without her.
I can imagine. Yes.
Yes, we do enjoy being together.
Awesome. To round this up, I have one more question, Debopriya. You started off as a student, a very young student of Guruji's, and today you are a teacher at Vrindavan Gurukul. Besides, of course, you have other students. But coming back to Vrindavan Gurukul as a student, plus now in a new role as a teacher.
Yeah. Geeta di, it's like also whatever I do today, it's also a lot of time and energy what my parents have put in and what Guruji has put in. So today, if I don't pursue my music, it is not fair on them, because they have been putting in so many years and so much of hard work. So today being a teacher, I don't really think I'm worth being a teacher. But of course, whatever little I have learned, I just do my best to share it with all the others at Gurukul, or even my students who are not from Gurukul. And for quite some time, actually, I had been avoiding teaching, because I never thought that, firstly, that I would be capable, and secondly, that I would have the patience to do that. But again, I think that is something which we have learned from Guruji, that patience is one thing. And now once I have started learning, I do realize that you also do get to learn a lot while you're teaching. So because as you share your ideas, as you share your music, of course it only grows, and that definitely gives me some more ideas. So yeah, it's a nice journey again.
It has been so wonderful speaking to you, understanding your journey.
Thank you so much.
And Anutoshji, thank you so much. It's been such a pleasure.
It has been. You were so kind to do this for me, and
it's
you have been one of those who have watched me and Didi very closely.
Yes.
So I couldn't think of anybody else who could do this. So thank you so much, Geeta.
Thank you. Thank you again. It's Guruji's blessings.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.